Hey guys, cool. So we're on question 6 now of the grade 12 June 2025 math paper 2 paper. Question 6 is a trig in triangles question, and we have our formulas up here. This is our sine rule, our cos rule, and our area rule. So in the diagram below, ABD is a horizontal plane and BC is a vertical plane. The angle of elevation from A to the top of the pole is equal to x. So we have x here is the angle. It is given that ADB equals 2x. Over here. CBD is 90 degrees and AD equals BD over there. So right now for 6 marks, there's only one question in this section. It says prove AD over here equals H, so H is over here, over 2 sine X tan X. So we need to get the H from here into this triangle here. Okay, this is 6 marks. We also have a tan X over here, which means we'll need to get a cos somewhere, either through our cos rule or through a cofunction. That is very common in this type of question. So 6 marks means what we have to do in order to get the H into this triangle is to get the common side. So we first have to get AB in triangle ABC over here. And then once we have AB, then we can work in triangle ADB over here to then get AD in terms of all of this. So the best bet is to usually start with the sine rule. There's nothing up here to talk about the area rule, so we'd ignore that. And we generally avoid the cos rule unless we have to. So if we can use the sine rule, we're going to start with that and see if we can get AB. So I'm just going to go ahead and write down the formula. A reminder that we only need 2 sides over here. In the actual formula, they've written all 3, but we only need 2 sides to work with the equation. So at this stage, the little a is to do with the length here. The sine A is taking the angle. So for this one over here, for BC, we have H, and we can plug that in as our actual length of this side. And then we are dealing with the sine rule, so we just have to put sine of x opposite the side, or the side opposite the angle, which means we have sine x over here. And then that means we want AB. So we're going for AB, but then sine B, the angle opposite AB is this angle over here. It's angle C or ACB over here, but we don't have that yet. But if we do interior angles of a triangle, we have 90 degrees here plus x plus this angle will equal 180. So if we do it up here, we have 90 plus x plus angle C equals 180 degrees. We don't need to write any reasons here. This is just interior angles of a triangle, but then we can just isolate for the C here by taking the 90 over. 180 minus 90 is 90, and then plus x taking it over becomes minus x over here. And this is a good thing for us because we are going for a tan x, which means we would need a cos x, and right now this has something to do with a cofunction. So if we plug it in here and we know this angle now is 90 degrees minus x, which we just solved, we can go sine brackets 90 minus x over here. So at this stage, what we want to do is we're still trying to get AB. That was the goal here. So we can just isolate for AB. But one thing before we do that, sine 90 minus x is a cofunction as mentioned, which means 90 minus an angle, theta, or x in this case, is in the all quadrant, which means everything is positive here, which means sine 90 minus x is going to turn into cos of x. So cofunction, brought it down, dropped the 90, changed the sine to the cos. And then we still had this over here. This is staying the same, but then at this stage, in order to isolate for AB over here, we can just move our cos x up here, which means we have h cos x over sine x. And then one more move, because we have isolated for AB, but sine over cos, as we know, is tan x. But cos over sine equals 1 over tan x, which means we can just simplify the cos x over the sine x and turn that into tan x at the bottom, which is even better for us because now we have the tan x that we can bring into our final answer when we solve for AD. Great. So what we want to do at this stage is solve for AD in triangle ADB. So that means we need AD. Once again, we're going to try the sine rule first before we check out the cos rule. And once again, there was nothing to do with area, so we'll just ignore that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up our sine rule. We want AD. So we need AD over sine of B over there, over the opposite angle of that side, okay? And we're not necessarily going to use dB because that isn't what we calculated. We calculated AB for a reason. So AB over here is what we're going to plug in, this guy. And that is over our sine of 2x over here. So AB over the sine of 2x, which means I'm just going to plug in h over tan x, our AB, in here so long, which means we have h tan x times sine 2x over here, and then AD over sine B. So one thing we have to keep in mind, we've used everything up here. We've dealt with this 2x here. We dealt with the fact that this was 90, and now we have to use this aspect that AD equals BD, because what is important here, once again, like when we calculated angle C over here, is that we have interior angles of a triangle, and this specific triangle is an isosceles triangle. So AD equals DB, which means this angle over here will equal that angle over there. So we can set that up, so we can then solve for angle B over here, and then we can plug our sine B, that angle, into this equation, and then we can go ahead and we can solve for AD, and then we will get this answer. So that means if we're dealing with interior angles of an isosceles triangle, we have angle A, let's call it that, equals B equals Y, for example. They don't necessarily equal X, but they do equal the same, which means we have 2Y plus 2X equals 180 degrees. Because this was 2X, we're going to call that Y and this Y, and all of them add up together to give us 180 degrees, which means at this stage, what we can do to get this Y, this angle of B by itself in terms of X, is we can take a 2 out, which means we have Y plus X over there, and then 180 over here. Divide this by 2. 180 divided by 2 is 90, and we're left with Y plus X. And then once again, to isolate for Y, we take the X over, and we have 90 minus X over there, which means B's angle and A's angle are both 90 minus X, which means over here, the sine B, the angle that we're dealing with opposite our AD, is 90 minus X, which we can plug in now. And once again, that'll be a cofunction, just like the previous question. So over here, we have AD over sine 90 minus X, and this equals H tan X times sine 2X. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn this into cos X over there. So we have AD over cos X, because this was a cofunction, and then H is over here. We have tan X. We want the tan X at the bottom, so we're going to keep that there, times sine 2X. So one thing to keep in mind is that we always have this to reference in order to know what we need to solve. So AD here is AD here, so that is good. This guy doesn't have a cos X at the bottom, which means we're going to have to move it up top. We already have an H at the top, which is great for us, and then over a tan X, which we have, and then this guy is 2 sine X. It is not sine 2X, but one thing we do know about sine 2X is that it is a double angle, which means we can expand it. So over here, I'm going to move the cos X up top. So we have H cos X, tan X can stay there, but then a reminder that sine 2X is a double angle, which means we can unwrap it and it can become 2 sine X cos X. And that is great for us because we are only one move away from having this answer. All we need to do is cancel this cos X and this cos X, and we're left with the final answer. So I'm just going to rearrange it in the form that they have with the 2 sine X first, but here is the 2 sine X that we have remaining. This was H, that was remaining at top. We had 2 sine X times tan X, and that is what they wanted. That is our final answer, H over 2 sine X tan X, and we have that AD equals H over 2 sine X tan X. Great job, guys. Let me know if there are any questions in the comments below, and otherwise I will see you in the next video.